What would you say is the most challenging aspect of all these different vehicles? I mean, some of them, they said you guys had to build together or competing building against. Can you talk a little bit about, like...
The most challenging part of the whole show was dealing with him.
And vice versa. Okay.
He's kind
of course.
a pain in the ass.
Of course.
No, not kind of. He is.
Yeah. No.
Just different things we did in different countries. I mean, we built the safari vehicle in Africa where we basically converted a compact car into like something that we took into the Kalahari
I
bush.
converted this car to
No, you
safari.
didn't. I helped.
Yeah.
I instructed you on how to do it.
Watch the show and then give me a call.
So you guys, it's more of a competition between you two than you would say working together?
Well, there's not necessarily... No, because we did work together at times.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we're both, competitive. We're both, in-your-face personality, and we both want to win. Right? And even though there's not an ultimate prize at the end of this, we challenged each other along the way. Kind of like impromptu, like it wasn't set up or anything, but we'd race to certain destinations, or we'd try different modes of transportation.
It was crazy stuff that we just kind of done, and Rob would always set the stakes, and it wasn't nothing that was scripted to us. It was us just putting our own twist on things, and just it was crazy enough for me just learning, because I've never been out of the United States, and for us to do what we were doing, but. We were buddies in some ways, and it's like we would knock each other down so we could pick each other back up. But
well, that makes more interesting TV, I would think. I mean, we've
true,
seen you do that before.
Yeah, and the thing is, like it is what it is. Like he's like a good old guy from North Carolina, and like I'm me.
Yeah, it's a serious transportation. And it dates back thousands of years ago, and that's what's unbelievable. I can't, one thing about those people over there, when their oil source is gone, they're not even going to worry about it. They don't even use it.
Yeah.
They're fine. We're going to cry.
Yeah.
No, you do. You get a whole new perspective like traveling and seeing all that.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, once I get back home, you let my kids complain one time, I'm going to whip them and take their cell phones away and cut their lights off and give them a candle. Say, now be happy, because I know you can live like this.
Right, because we've seen it.
Otherwise
Exactly.
you go to India.
Yeah, right. That's right. I'm going to take you to India.
What is it about maybe the adrenaline of a task like this, or just the sheer, it's so outside the box, it's so outside my daily life at home, that attracted you to it?
I mean, originally for me, it was finding out that Tom Beers was attached to the show. I mean, Tom does the type of shows like Deadliest Catch, Ice Road Truckers, Axemen, those shows that like I actually watch on TV, and he's like an adrenaline junkie, kind of like I am. Like I love adventure, and I love that whole not knowing and exploring and seeing what else is out there.
Right.
So when I found out that he was attached to the project, that's when I wanted to hear about it, and after I heard the concept, it was no-brainer to me.
And I loved it just because it was transportation. And I'm like, I'm a gearhead, I'm a motorhead guy, I build trucks.
Right.
And I thought, man, this will be awesome. I knew that it was going to be some steam-powered, sail power. And we had to have all of these different means of whatever we were trying to do. And there was stuff that I had been around before that I never actually put my hands on. It was like even getting close to the end of the mission, driving a 1915 Model T, car, and then transition into a 2011, whatever the little solar car.
Solar
You know what I mean? It was like, from the very beginning of vehicles and where we were then, and where we are today.
Right.
It was just, it was such a quick little history lesson for me, and driving that thing, and drove it all through town, and it was truly awesome. I loved it.
We had some laughs. We did. We had some good times. We had some moments. We're gonna friggin' kill each other. We did some dumb stuff too. I mean, we did some pretty dumb.
I feel
stuff.
like you have to kind of entertain yourself, though.
Yeah,
when you're on a road trip of any kind, and this is obviously an extreme kind.
Well, it's fun, like because we would do stuff to pick on each other and laugh at each other. But there were some things that we did that were so stupid that we were just laughing at, you know.
Oh, yeah.
We were laughing at ourselves because of people looking at us
how
like,
did we
what
get
in the
into
hell?
this?
Why are we doing this? And what are these people thinking? You know, let me tell you about these cupcakes. We were in these cupcakes, and this was this. This was like the such girl.
Preface it by saying we were in San Francisco.
Yeah, we were in San Francisco, and this was the most girlish thing that I felt like that we were doing, and it was these cupcakes. We had this little contest. Anyway, he has.
Well, now you're speaking my language.
Yeah,
but
he has to ride in the pink one. You know, he's got this little peppermint patty thing on his head, and he actually looked
as
cute.
if the pink one was any more feminine than the brown
chocolate.
one.
I had the chocolate
Oh
one.
yeah, you were so manly in the chocolate
But look,
cupcake.
what was so cool?
Really?
Yeah, what was so cool about it? These things were motorized. They spin around, and they make them for riding in these parades or whatever. They're gigantic things. We're running all through San Francisco down the sidewalks, and you come riding by the grumpy old man standing on the corner,
Right.
and he'd
Big
see
smile.
that. He'd see that cupcake, and it would just like put this big smile, and kids loved it. I told Rob we're riding around, and he goes, "Hey man, we feel really stupid." I don't. I said, "This is cool." I get home, I'm gonna have the guys in the shop build me a couple of cupcakes.
Nice.
I'm gonna have them in the parade at home. It was the greatest.
is there any place that you guys didn't get to see that you really would love to travel to if you get another season?
Well, I'd like to go to the Southern Ocean. I
Okay.
want to see the icebergs, and I want to see that whole part of the world. We really didn't do much in like cold weather. Like there's so many kinds of transportation that are like cold weather. The only thing we did in the snow was actually, it's ironic, we were in Dubai and they had an indoor ski resort.
Yeah.
And we made like these bobsleds.
That's cool.
And we raced them down the mountain.
Right.
But like the whole
That was
cold
really
cool.
weather stuff and like the Southern Ocean.
You guys have, and did you have input into where you got to go this time around, or what you got to work
We
with?
sat down with them before we went, but like we changed a lot of stuff on the fly. I mean,
Okay.
ultimately, like they have a production schedule they have to keep.
Yeah.
But as far as like the modes of transportation, if Dennis and I would see something along the way that we really wanted to do,
Right.
they would do their best to try to make it happen.
And that's what I really loved about it. I love us, you know, the parts of it where we're winging it.
Yeah.
Going
You
on
know,
the
it's
fly.
it's just going on the fly and like the tractor and trailer thing. You know what I mean? It was stuff like that. And what I'm thinking is what my guys want to see at home.
True.
You know what I mean? The old farm boys, the good old guys. Check this out. You know